So Linda, last year you had used United Streaming quite a bit when you were doing teaching. Can you tell me how it was helpful and how this year has changed for you?
Why I'm not using it,
Yes.
in other words? Well, I'm not using it because I don't have wireless internet in my room. And the airports are no good anymore with the new computers. So I've lost the technology. Let me back up a second. So last year I used it about 4 or 5 times. I used it when we were doing the penguin unit, and and just like how the penguins moved, and every time there was a different penguin that we were introducing, I'd show a 2 or 3 minute clip. I used it during our farm unit. I found some great stuff that really supplemented the information that the kids needed to know about different farm animals. It would tell just about their covering or how many eggs they laid or like what people used them for, what we got from them. And so it was very helpful to have that. I'm trying to think if I think I did something with the seasons with it. But those were the times so I kind of used it to supplement my math and science curriculum, to give some background and stuff. And
was it helpful?
I think it helped the kids understand things better. I definitely think it was helpful. The hassle with it last year, the hassle with it was that every time I wanted to use it, I had to go get the computer in the office, in the library, bring the airport in here, set it up, and it would take me my full 30-minute prep time that I had before I was using it. So I frequently had a chunk of prep time before I was going to use it, and it would take me time to go and get everything that I needed. And I kept saying, I was one of those people who kept saying, wouldn't it be great if we had an LCD projector, or more than one in a wing, one in a, we could go and get it on a cart, if we had wireless, if we had all of those things, that we could easily set it up. So then we got this huge technology grant, and we got we each got our own LCD projector and all of those things. And the problem is now, these new laptops, the airports that we have, I think they're not compatible because they're too advanced. They can't read. The airports aren't sophisticated enough for the computers. And so I have the cart, and it's definitely easier having my LCD projector in my room, although I still have to say, I'm not loving having that Elmo. It's this morning it did not work at all, and I was just like, oh, I want my overhead projector, which was so simple to use. So, I have a motto about technology. Sometimes it works. And when it does, it's really good, but a lot of times it doesn't. So, I don't know if this is helping you. Anyway, I'm stuck because I don't really have I'm stuck in terms of the technology. I have not used. I think I could still make it work if I go back and get the old laptop and the airport. It seems like that would still.
Well, another way that we can do it is with the flash drives, and that's something that we
right. And I guess I need to think about that, just downloading stuff, because I'm trying to think. I know I have stuff bookmarked on my account. I bookmarked all the videos that I want, so I probably should just go in to my computer at home. I have everything bookmarked on my account, download it onto my flash drive, and I don't know how much space do they take up on a flash drive.
It depends on how long the video is, but
Yeah.
but I've been able to, like the YouTube videos that I'm downloading, I can fit a lot onto my 2 gig flash drive.
Yeah, they're I don't know that my flash drive.
But we have ones here at school that we bought with that grant money that you could use, that you could take one home and.
Yeah, well, that might be a good thing, because I definitely want to be using them. And the cart's easy. I've got it set up. I can pull it around really quickly. But not having the internet is really frustrating.
So what was
So-
the benefit of using the videos? Did you,
I think it gave the kids background knowledge. I mean, I think it, you know, I don't know. I mean, I think the first time we used it was with rock hoppers, and they could see what a rock hopper penguin meant, because I had penguins rock hopping.
mhm.
And, you know, I think it just gave, you know, by that time in the year, my kids had a fair amount of language.
Mhm.
By February, I had some new beginners at that point, but I just think it gave them context, you know. And I think it was novel to be able to watch. I mean, it created a sense of excitement that we were going to watch a 5-minute movie. And I didn't feel like it was, you know, an hour. It was 5 minutes.
Right.
And I really appreciated that part of it.
It's
So,
just the clip.
yeah.
Okay. So if you had the option to be able to renew United Streaming, would you do it? Would you want to have United Streaming still at the school?
I think so. You know, if I had to spend $150 out of my budget personally to do it, I don't know what it costs. If I had to expend, you know, a big chunk of my
Mm-hmm.
budget, I don't know that I use it that much. It would probably be something I would say, this is, you know, depending upon what it cost, I would say, I'd have to weigh and evaluate if it was worth it or not.
Mm-hmm.
If, I've definitely been frustrated that I haven't been able to, you know, and I guess I just need to learn that other step. But, you know, there's only so much this little brain can handle.
If I were closer, I would teach you. But I'm not anymore.
Well, and that's the other part is like, you know, it's like having tech support,
Mm-hmm.
you know. There's definitely a lot of sort of uncharted territory, and it's hard, you know, and it's really hard to be teaching and have technology not work,
Mm-hmm.
and your whole class just stops, and you're sort of trying to problem solve and troubleshoot, and you've got your class is just falling apart,
Mhm.
and it's not a pretty picture
Right.
when that happens.
Do you think, though, that United Streaming has made you a little bit more tech savvy? Or want to become more tech savvy anyway?
Yeah, I think I am. Yeah.
Because
Definitely.
I seem to remember that you didn't like to turn on computers before.
Well, I mean, I use my computer a ton at home, but,
Mhm.
you know, I think I have that hesitation in the classroom of if something does go wrong. And the other issue I have is that I'm not using my computer. I don't use PCs, and so I'm very slow
Yeah.
with them. I have no problem looking up stuff at home.
Mhm.
The other thing I feel like I used United Streaming for sometimes, even if I didn't show the kids sometimes, I would check things out at home, and I would learn some stuff from United Streaming, and it
Mhm.
would help me be able to explain things better to the kids.
Mhm.
I often found that I talked over. I would use the visuals or the graphics, but I would talk over what they were doing.
I tend to think that they tend to hear your voice better than what they would hear something that's built into
Yeah.
the video anyway.
Yeah,
I think for ESL students, it might even be more effective to use it without sound.
yeah. Then I ended up always hooking my microphone into the computer
Mhm.
system last year and using that, so it was being mic'd.
Right.
But
Any other thoughts? Random or otherwise?
no,
Okay.
fried. I'm fried.